Hey everybody, Nakul here from Skills PT Academic. I really hope everybody is doing fantastic. Well, I'm back with yet another video talking about marks distribution. I'm aware a lot of people have doubts because everyone says different things, including me, but today whatever I'm going to talk about is backed up with a lot of research, seeing students score of 90 overall for the past 5.5 years close to. So don't worry, you will get authentic information, right information backed up with the research. So make sure you watch the video till the end. Alright, so let's start with what I've got for you. The very first thing is speaking. Know that speaking makes a huge difference to your scores because speaking marks is contributed to reading and listening as well. So let's take step by step. Towards the end, I'll give you a bonus tip for the important modules, how much marks is the priority, each and everything. Make sure you watch the video till the end. Let's start with one by one every module and help you understand how much marks is contributed by each module to every other things. First is speaking. We have a read aloud. Read aloud contributes approximately 35, it could be 33 or 35 marks towards your reading and speaking. Be very careful. This is the most important module because it contributes marks to two of the most important things, and 35 is a very big number, isn't it? So post that, you have repeat sentence that contributes 30 marks definitely yes towards your speaking and listening because you are speaking and you are listening and speaking. It's a listening skill. Repeat sentence contributes approximately 30 marks towards your speaking and listening. So if speaking you're perfect, reading and listening is mostly covered. Nakul, I have a speaking 90. Change the slide. I don't want to see speaking. That is the problem. You have speaking 90 doesn't mean that you are getting that 35 marks to reading and 30 marks to listening. Trust me on this. I'm talking this from my own experience. A lot of students have this ego problem thinking that I have speaking 90. I don't want to understand more about speaking. They keep giving exam 10-15 times. So one speaking is again fixed. Speaking will be 90 for sure again, but reading and listening will go up. Think about it because there is a way out. Describe image 7 to 8 marks, not a priority. It contributes only to speaking, and then retell lecture 7 to 8 marks to speaking and listening because you listen and then you speak. It's listening skill and speaking skill. Not a priority. Answer short questions. Skip that module. Don't practice. Hardly 1 to 2 marks to speaking and listening, but it's not a priority. Even if you skip all the modules, all the questions of answer short question, you end up getting 90 out of 90. I hope speaking is clear. We'll again come back on the important modules in just a way. So this is how the score is distributed from the speaking and to the reading and listening. And one important point, if you notice here, writing doesn't count. From speaking, know that. We go to the next slide. Writing module. In PTE, writing module actually contributes only 10 to 15% of the marks to writing. Okay, because writing module marks come from reading and listening. Summarize written text, not a 10 and all, 4 to 5 marks. To reading and writing because you have to read. It's a reading skill and then you write. 4 marks you can consider. Not a huge, not a high priority module. Essay, not a priority at all. 15-16 marks to writing. Whether you make mistakes or not, minimum 10 to 12 you get. You don't make any mistakes with respect to spelling and grammar. You end up getting 15-16 marks to writing. Very simple module. Make sure you watch my new essay video, shocking news, the new template changes. It is somewhere here or here. Make sure you watch that after you finish this. You will have more understanding about the writing changes, which template to use and everything. Alright, now comes the reading module. Reading module is the most important thing and little tricky. Reading fill in the blanks contributes 20 to 25 marks to reading alone. And then comes one more, that multiple choice reading fill in the blanks called reading writing fill in the blanks. For each blank you will have 4 options to select from. That also contributes some 20-25 marks to reading, but most importantly it also contributes marks to your writing. Oh Nakul, I understood why my writing score is low. I have been practicing only template, changing coaching center, taking different templates. My writing is not improving. Now I understood. I have to work on the reading fill in the blanks. Essay, you will not get 0. You make some grammatical mistakes. You make some spelling errors. Out of 16, you may still get 13-14. But here, out of 25, not a super. Straight away 0 you can get if you are not good at it. This is the module that makes a huge difference towards your reading and writing score. Okay. Reorder, not a priority. Don't have to worry too much about reorder. Hardly 5 to 6 marks to reading alone. But as if you follow the strategies, at least 2 to 3 marks you can easily get from this module. And then choose single, choose multiple, skip max 1. Sometimes 0, it doesn't contribute any marks. They are just there so that you spend more time on that and you get less time on the important modules such as reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks. Choose single, choose multiple, don't have to worry, these two are not a priority, that's from the reading. And then we go to listening, and then I talk about the high priority modules, how to get more marks. This is how the marks are distributed. Listening, there's so many modules. Start with summarized spoken text. Not a high priority, but yes, matters the most. 4 to 6, or sometimes in the worst case 7 to 8 marks towards your listening and writing, because you listen and then you write. One of the important things. And then listening, fill in the blanks, 10 to 12 to 15 marks depending on that day, depending on the number of questions that you get. This also contributes marks to listening and writing. Listening module contributes to writing. Reading module also contributes to writing. Choose single, choose multiple, highlight incorrect words, and select, highlight correct summary, and select missing word. These 4 in the middle, pay more attention, do not contribute any mark. They are just there so that you waste your time and don't reach the right from dictation in time or on time, so that you miss one right from dictation. 15 marks gone to listening and writing. You swipe your card again so that you give the exam again. That's the intention of these 4 modules. Don't practice in the exam also, just skip. Randomly select one and move on. And then highlight incorrect words. It's a reading skill because you have to read, and then you mark with a listening skill. So it's a 10 to 12 marks. 2 to 3 questions will be there. Contributes marks to listening and reading. If you have problems, your reading module will be low. Your reading marks will be less, and then comes, we call the big boss, right from dictation. 40 to 45 marks. 3 or 4 questions will be there. Sometimes even 50 marks to your listening and writing. Writing marks majorly come from this module. This is what the score distribution looks like. But we have more to cover. Just hold on for a second. So if you conclude it, so only these modules are the priority. First is read aloud, 35 marks to reading and speaking. Repeat sentence, 30 marks to speaking and listening. Essay, 15% of the marks. I think it's around 10%, 15 marks to writing. Reading, fill in the blanks, 20 to 25 marks to reading, writing, fill in the blanks. As the name says, reading, writing, 20 to 25 marks to reading, writing, and then comes listening, fill in the blanks. This is the module which is most important if you ask me, because 90% of them have problems here. This module contributes 10 to 12 to 15 marks. Sixth module, important one, to listening and writing. Highlight incorrect words, 10 to 12 marks to reading and listening, and then write from dictation, 40 to 45 marks to listening and writing. These are the most important ones. Don't worry too much about written lecture, describe images, summarize the spoken text, summarize it in text. No, these 8, if you're perfect, you get 90. Trust me on this. In our course as well, we focus on these things only, and most of them get 90. Hold on, more to talk about. Now we talk from individual perspective. First comes speaking. Don't worry, speaking, all the things you have to study. Read aloud, repeat sentence. If you do that, 65 marks will come from there, and the rest from written lecture and describe image. Speaking, all the modules are important, but when you come to reading, how to get 90 reading? Read aloud is the priority, not reading, fill in the blanks. Have written in the order of their priority. The first priority is, this way. The very first thing is read aloud. See there, 25, 25, 10, 12 is 6, 35 is the main. So read aloud if you have a problem. Reading will never come up. Like I told you the story, speaking 90, I don't have a problem in the read aloud. Don't assume things. This is the one that decides your reading scores. Reading FIB, reading, writing FIB also makes an equally important figure here, 20-25 marks, both of them, and highlight incorrect words. 10 marks to 12 marks, reorder the paragraph, not a priority, 6 marks. So if you are good at these, excluding this, you can still get 90. In one of the main exams, I couldn't reorder correctly. I still got 90 reading. The idea is very simple. It doesn't work the way you think. Reorder the paragraph. I made 2 mistakes, so I lose 2 marks. It may not be like that. Overall, it will check, and if you count all of them, it is never equal to 90. Correct? It will be more than 110, 120. So they again, break it up to 90. They form it. I mean, they transform it to 90. So no one exactly knows how they do it, but from my experience of experimenting a lot of things, if you miss some questions, let's say in the reorder, you can still get 90 if your reading FIB is good. If your reading, writing FIB is good. If your read aloud is perfect, most of the people get 90 in my course. Because read aloud, they are precise. Let's talk about writing and the order of their priority. The highest priority, that is write from dictation. 40 to 45 marks will come to writing, and then reading. Writing FIB, 20-25 marks. Essay is low priority, 15 marks. Listening, fill in the blanks, 10 to 12 marks. Summary, that is writing summary, summarize written text, 4 marks. So out of these, which is more important if you ask me? This and this. And this essay, you make mistakes, still you will get 12 out of 15. Right from dictation, you make mistakes, you get 0 out of 45. Reading, writing, fill in the blanks, you make mistakes, you get 0 out of 20. Listening, fill in the blanks, you make mistakes, 0 out of 12. Essay, you make mistakes, still you will get, because you'd be using some template. So don't go behind the essay. I'm using your template only. Why my marks is less? It's time you understand things and transform and accept. Your English, work towards it, because these are the modules that decides your writing score. And then the last module, listening, again the right from dictation, 40 to 45 marks, the highest priority to listening. And repeat sentence, speaking 90. This is the problem, because repeat sentence, you just blabber something, you will get speaking 90, but content at least 50-60% you need to give, so that your listening score comes up. Correct? Listening, fill in the blanks, third most prioritized module for listening module. Summarize spoken text, fourth one, written lecture, fifth one. These four, if you are good, you will get a very good score towards your listening as well. I really hope this video provided insights on the marks distribution, which modules to focus, which modules you can skip. The idea is very simple. It's basically read aloud, repeat sentence, reading FIB, reading, writing FIB, listening FIB, right from dictation. These 6 you are good, trust me, you will get 90. Essay and all, don't worry, you will be good. If you are aiming for 79, just make some nice simple sentences without spelling errors, you will get good marks there. But read aloud, repeat sentence, reading FIB, reading, writing FIB, listening FIB, right from dictation. You need to be precise. You need to be good at English, good at grammar, vocabulary, and lot more. So any point of time you need online assistance. It's a paid course. We have more than 700 marks for reading FIB, reading, writing FIB, listening FIB, right from dictation. It's not just a question, it is the strategies given by me, plus the live mock where I take, plus speaking feedback, unlimited feedback, one-to-one feedback, every sort of things are there. And you would have already seen the score reports in the YouTube shorts. We are regularly posting. A lot of students are getting 90 on an everyday basis. So don't delay your success. Any point of time you need online assistance, you can reach us out, text us in the WhatsApp, or send us a mail. We will be happy to assist you. It's a paid course. With this, I'll park it here. This is Nakul signing off from Skills PTE. But hold on, if you have not watched my recent videos on hard work versus smart work, the same thing I'm wearing there, same suit. So you can check that video. It's one of the most interesting, important video for your preparation. You would know the right approach. You would fasten your preparation and get the score at the earliest. So make sure you watch it if you've missed it. With this, I'll pack it here. This is Nakul signing off. Thanks much. Take care.